And hello everyone, ImmortanG here and welcome to another iRacing video. Now this one's going to be a little bit different. So what I'm going to attempt to do here is log my journey from receiving a little bit of coaching. Now it's not going to be direct coaching, but I'll go into that momentarily here. But I do want to see how getting some extra stuff on the side compared to just what I've kind of done in the past. I do watch hot lap videos from time to time and stuff like that to try to learn and pick up tips here and there. From other types of YouTube videos. But this is more of a course you have to go through, and it's called the Motor Racing Academy, and it's conducted and all put together by Suellio Almeida, who is a pretty well-known iRacer and person in the community who has done a ton of coaching throughout the last few years and does a lot of videos, and just recently kind of made that transition from iRacer to real life driver as well. But I've always liked his demeanor and how he presents everything, and it's clear, concise. He goes through all the details. I've always admired how well he does his thing. So I wanted to give his course a try and see how it will improve our iRating. So this is kind of that journey, and this is the first video kind of starting that documentation of it. And so quickly just do a quick overview of what the course is going to be about, and then we'll take a look at my current iRating, and then we'll either come back later in this video or maybe in a separate video. I'm not sure how I'm going to structure this quite yet, and we'll kind of compare and see how we did. So just a little bit of history with this. I did pick up his course he released a few years ago. It was called the Motor Racing Checklist, and I did get through about 75% of that. But that was about a year and a half ago, and it's kind of during that time I took a break from sim racing, so I never did complete it. But with the release of the Academy, he did go back through and do a 2.0 update on it. So without further ado, let's take a quick look at what he has here for us. And so we start off with the Motor Racing Checklist, which I just mentioned. And of course here you can see he has a bunch of videos that go through different aspects of racing, broken into modules like braking, cornering, etc., going through the theories and techniques. So there are 4 different modules to that for 48 lessons. And then there's also a section here for members to go in and discuss and try to help each other if you have questions, and ask questions to people. And the thing that was most interesting to me was this Academy portion. And what's really interesting here is he has a bunch of different modules again, but this time they're structured into scenarios where you can go in and actually perform them yourself. And so what I mean by that is it's kind of set up into a system. If you're familiar with Gran Turismo and the challenge modes in that game, you get a bronze medal, silver medal, or gold medal, depending on how well you perform the actions for that given scenario. He's kind of done a similar thing here. He's picked a car, a track, and then assigned different times for a bronze, silver, and gold. And as you can see here, the bronze medalist is about a top 7% in iRacing world rankings. Silver medal is 2%, and people hitting gold medal are driving to equivalent of a top 1% person in iRacing. And then he goes into deep detail about every turn, how to set yourself up, what you should be working on for each particular challenge. And it's all broken down to like a 15 to 20 minute plus video where he breaks it down, and there's a hot lap in it as well. And so you go through that, you take the knowledge from there, and you try to translate it to the track. And the neat thing about it is it's set up in iRacing under the league section. You join the Academy, you'll get access to the league in iRacing. And let's go take a look at that while I'm talking about it real quick. So you go into leagues, you'll have a Motor Racing Academy here. You go into sessions, and then it's all broken down. And as you can see here, there are a total of 18 challenges currently, and they all utilize, like I said, different cars, tracks throughout the process. And even the last 5 modules are all on wet racing, which is really neat. So yeah, it's a really cool setup. I love what he's done here. And so I'm going to just kind of document my journey. Before we can do that though, we got to take a look at where we are currently. So let's get back into that iRacing screen and take a look at our current stats. All right, so here we are. And as we can see here in the stats under the old road retired section, back when I first started iRacing back in January 2021, you can see I hit the bottom at a 469 iRacing. That was back when I first never done any sim racing ever. And I just had myself the G29 Logitech wheel and pedals. And yeah, it's been a journey since then. and we've reached a max of 1704. And before they made the switch, I had dropped down to a 1575. And currently under sports cars, which would be my main focus, we are at 1526. And for formula cars, we are at a 1478. So we have some work to go, but I do want to get these kind of numbers logged out for us so we know where we're starting at, and we can kind of compare in a few months to see if there's any change. So folks, if you want to see how my journey ends up, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and come on back for more iRacing content on this channel. And as we can see, I have the date logged over here. That's today's date. And so when we come back, and we'll see where we're at after I've finished the course and get through all the modules, and then we'll kind of catalog where we are at that point and give you some race results and see how it's translating into the official races in iRacing. But until then, thanks for watching, folks, and safe driving.